and welcome to the Chef Roqu and
Little Mama Sofi cooking channel.
That's right, and today, this is our Thanksgiving edition. So we are going to make 4, count them.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 dishes for your eating pleasure. You see, when you have a big family like I do, we kind of delegate. So we give people different things that they have to do. So things that are on my plate, I always get the turkey, 1. But in addition to that, I'm doing cranberry sauce. And not that stuff from a can. What do we need to make cranberry sauce?
These cute things.
That's right, those cute things. Not that gelatinous stuff that you guys eat out of the can. We're not doing that. This year we're making cranberry sauce. That's 1. What is the number 2 dish we're making?
Stuffing.
That's right, stuffing! Or some people call it dressing. Do you know the difference?
Yes. Stuffing you put into something.
Yeah.
Dressing you put with something.
Whoa. What? You're 6. How do you know this?
You taught me, silly.
Yeah, you're right. She's so smart. So stuffing goes in something, and dressing goes with something, right?
Yeah.
Did Daddy get it right this time?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, the reason why we're saying it this way is because we're making it for both purposes. We're making stuffing to go into our 3rd dish, which is...
Turkey.
That's right, but turkey what?
Turkey roll.
That's right, turkey roll! We're going to take the turkey breast, we're going to brine it, we're going to butterfly it, so we have a lot of surface area, and then we're going to...
Stuff the stuffing inside of it.
That's right, we're going to take it, we're going to make a turkey roll. So we're going to have little pinwheels of turkey, with a little layer of stuffing, then another layer of turkey. Oh my mouth is watering! Are you hungry?
Yes.
I'm getting hungry just talking about it. I hear your stomach growling. Okay, good job. That was funny. So we're gonna make turkey rolls as our 3rd dish, and then after you stuff yourself and you get your belly just growing, and you fill yourself up with stuffing and turkey and rice, and if you're Puerto Rican, penne. You stuff yourself with that, and then you rest for a little bit. Then you eat this sweet thing that comes after dinner.
Dessert.
Dessert! You are freaking on point today. Dessert! What are we making for dessert?
Apple pie.
Apple pie! That's one of my specialties. We're gonna make it with some nice tart Granny Smith apples. God, some cinnamon, some brown sugar, some nutmeg. But the crust is gonna be a little different. What did we discuss?
Sugar cookies.
Sugar cookies as a crust. Why hasn't this been thought of before? I don't know either. I don't know. But we're going to use sugar cookies as a crust, right? And then the kids did really well for Halloween this year. When they went trick-or-treating, they got a lot
Of candy.
That's right, a lot of candy. So I kind of raided their bag and took all their Snickers. I did. I have to admit, I did. So I took all their Snickers, I put them in the freezer, and I'm going to throw them in a blender, so crumble them up all nice, and then put them on top of the pie with the sugar cookies. I know, right? And then I'm going to put some nice drizzled salted caramel on the top. Listen, stop drooling. Stop it. I know it sounds good. It really does. You were drooling.
No, I'm not.
You were drooling.
No, he wasn't.
Okay, so we're going to make that. So those are our 4 dishes for this year's Thanksgiving that me and
Little Mama Sofi
are going to make with you. So you can try it out. So you can drool like she was drooling. And have a great Thanksgiving. Are you ready?
Yeah!
I'm ready. Are you ready? You better be. Alright, so we're going to make our cranberry sauce, which is a combination of 7 simple ingredients that come together to make something way better than what you get out of the can. So, what do we have to make it with?
cranberries.
Cranberries. That is correct. It's kind of obvious. We need cranberries to make cranberry sauce, yes?
Yes.
Okay, and next we have simple syrup.
Half sugar, half water.
That's right. In this case, we have a cup of sugar, a cup of water. Simple syrup is simple. After that, we have what?
An orange?
Kind of. We do have an orange here, but what we're going to use is the zest of an orange.
What's the zest of an orange?
The zest of an orange is kind of the peel.
What? We don't eat the peel?
Oh, you're right. To a certain extent. When we zest the orange, we're basically getting the essential oils out of the skin, and there's a lot of citrus flavor that comes out of the peel. So trust me on this one. Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to zest the orange into our cranberry sauce. Next, what do you think this is?
A cinnamon stick.
That's right, a cinnamon stick. We're going to have to add a little warmth to our flavors here because cranberries tend to be a little bit tart. So we're going to put a cinnamon stick in there. We're also going to balance that a little bit with some nutmeg. All right? Give you that little taste of, what is it that's in there? It's nutmeg. Okay? So we're going to add some nutmeg in there. And how many ingredients is that?
That's 6.
So how many did we say we were going to use?
7.
All right, so what we're missing is what I like to throw in there. My little twist on the recipe is adding some pomegranate vinaigrette to the mix. It's going to brighten up your flavors a little bit. It's going to add another level of sweetness and just a slightly different flavor hitting your palate. But trust me, it's delicious. Okay, are you ready to make this?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to give you some instructions. Can you do it?
Yes.
All right, let's get going. So, I'm going to turn the fire on. Be careful. All right, here we go. Fire on. Now we're going to make our simple syrup. First thing we need is our water.
Okay.
Well, careful.
Okay.
Let me just give it to you. How's that?
Okay.
Here's your water. Into the pot. Pour, pour, pour. Careful, careful, careful. Good job. Next, what else goes in simple syrup?
Sugar.
Sugar, so we have a cup of sugar going into our pot. Very nice. Okay, we need to have less utensils is what we need to do. Let's go ahead and stir that. Let's get that sugar nice and dissolved into our water. Freaking drawer. Okay, we're gonna get that going. And then we're gonna add our cranberries to the mix and let them start to simmer. Alright, so our simple syrup is developing. Our sugar is dissolved into the water. Now we have to add our cranberries carefully, right? We're dealing with some hot stuff, right? No splashies. We're not doing it one at a time. That would take all day. Use the bowl, little miss.
Okay.
Okay. In. Go ahead. Put them in. Carefully. Yes. No splashies, no burnies. Okay. Good job. Now, to that, let's add our cinnamon stick. Drop it in. Okay. To that, let's start shaking a little nutmeg in there. Don't go crazy. Nutmeg can be kind of strong. All right. Couple of dashes will do the job. All right. A little bit more than that. Little measure. Get in there. Okay. Stir, please. While you're stirring, I will start to zest our orange a little bit so you can add that to the mix. Is that all right with you?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we go. Zest. You see the little strands of orange? Can you smell that already?
Yeah.
It smells like very strong orange smell, right? So we're going to take our beautiful orange zest. We are going to add it to our mix. It's going to add tons of flavor. Try not to get too much of the white out of your orange when you're zesting, because that's the bitterness that's in your orange. You don't want the bitterness. That's why you don't eat your peel, right? So we're going to take our zest, add it to our mix. We're going to keep on letting that simmer until the skins pop. You're going to want the skins to pop and them to all of your cranberries to start releasing their juices, so all of it can start coming together. And believe it or not, once you're done with this, all you have to do is let it cool. That's it. After all your cranberries pop, let it all come together in the fridge. Let it cool on the counter first. Then put it in a nice dish. Put it in the fridge and go ahead and let it cool. When it cools in the fridge, it will thicken. And then you'll have an absolutely outstanding cranberry sauce to add to your turkey. Was that easy, baby?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're good. Cranberry sauce done. On to the next dish. Alright, so here we go. We're going to make our stuffing now.
Don't you mean dressing?
I mean both. We've been through this. So, unlike our cranberry sauce, the stuffing has a lot of ingredients. Sophia, can you go over what we have here?
We have the trinity of onions, peppers, and celery.
That's correct. What else do we have here?
We have bacon, mushrooms. We also have apples.
Apples, that's right. And what is this little mix that we have of herbs?
Sage. We also have rosemary and thyme.
That's right, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Classic ingredients for your bird for Thanksgiving. Always comes together beautifully. Can we get started on making this?
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm going to ask you to do, I'm going to turn our fire on a little bit. Now, can you add our bacon to the pan? Pre-cooked, crispy, ready to roll. To that, we're going to add our trinity. Our trinity is our onions, celery, and a small red bell pepper. Go for it. Go, go, go. We're going to let these flavors marry a little bit. We're going to let the vegetables sweat. We're going to let that bacon flavor get absorbed into them. Then we're going to start adding our other ingredients. Mushrooms absorb the flavor of everything. They're very bland, but once you add these other flavors to them, they really perk up and add a lot of earthiness to your meal. Apples, phenomenal. Nice little bit of a crisp. That's why we're not putting it in right away. We're going to let it cook for a little while before we put our apples in. And then we're going to add our sage, rosemary, and thyme. That's going to give us a little bit of aromatics. That's going to enhance the flavor a great bit. And then last but not least, I have already browned a bunch of Italian sausage, crumbled it up nice. We're going to put all of this together in the end, add it to our toasted baguettes, and we're going to put this stuffing together. I can't wait for the result. Now that we let our bacon, onions, peppers, and celery start coming together, sweating all out nice, we're going to ask Sophia to start putting in our mushrooms.
Got it.
Apples, and our herbs. So again, we have the sage, thyme, and rosemary all going in. We're going to let all of these flavors come together. Just so it doesn't dry out, we always have our chicken stock right next to us. We can add it as we go. We're definitely going to be adding it once we add our bread. And here we go. So Sophia's going to start mixing that together. Right, little mama? Alright, so all of our ingredients have come together. Beautiful. Sausage, onion, pepper, bacon. All came together really nice. What I did earlier was I cut up and toasted off some baguettes. Stop crunching! So this is what we're going to use for our stuffing. Just take it, nice and crispy. As you can tell, nice and crispy. Break it up so you have it like so. And then you're going to marry the two together. In order to get your moisture, we're going to start adding some chicken stock to that as we go, so that it doesn't dry out when we bake it in the oven. When we bake it in the oven, when we bake it off, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. What's great about it is the difference between the stuffing and the dressing. is that when you put it in the oven, you're gonna have your crispy bits that go along with being roasted off in the oven on top, as opposed to the nice soft texture that you have when it's in the bird. So stuffing comes together really nice. Hope you like what you end up with as your end result. Absolutely delicious meal. She apparently seems to like it. Right? Enjoy your stuffing.